overs.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. What's up, Ilvan? How you doing? You want my real voice? Okay, hold on.
He said, I want your real voice. Good morning. I was like trying to find my filters. I don't know why I lose them on here and I can't find them. But good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. We made it. We made it through almost another week. We just have one more day and we're in the weekend. How was everybody's 420? Was it litty? Did y'all have a good 420? Don't be shy. Say good morning. Say good morning. It doesn't hurt to say good morning. You just got here, Mac, too ill. But okay. Okay. So we got 86 people in here. Now one person wants to say good morning. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. As my best friend would say it. Oh, it's loud over here. I got a fan on that's super loud. Sorry, I'll turn it off. Good morning, Sonia Vargas. Vargas. What flag is that? Sonia. Let me turn this fan off so you can hear me better. Yeah, that sucker is loud, huh, guys? It's like an industrial fan. Thumpy Lumpy, good morning. How are you? Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing? What's everybody got on the agenda today? Are you working? Are you taking the day off? Do you have something to do today? Are you guys on spring break? What's on everybody's agenda? Looks like Mac 2L's still here. What's up, Mac 2L? Sorry, my makeup is bugging me a little bit. I've been better. I need positive vibes. Ooh, I'm going to send you some positive vibes, Thumpy Lumpy. Ready? Look, I'm getting a ball of positive vibes, and I'm rolling it up in my hand. And I'm rolling it up, and I'm getting all the energy into it. And we're going to send it to Thumpy Lumpy because she needs good vibes. And we're going to send it to Thumpy Lumpy. Queen Sparky, you sound like me, girl. I got a full day today myself of school and work. Well, not work, but school. I've actually cut back on my office hours so that I can focus on school. So I just feel that in general, totally. My makeup is fired. Thank you, Savannah. You're welcome, Thumpy Lumpy. Keep your head up. Keep your head up and know that your perception of what is happening is what is going to create that good day. You got this. Stay positive. She said, I need faith. Why don't you have faith? You got this. You got the faith. You don't need no faith. You got the faith. You know you got this. That's why you signed up to do it. You got it. You're going to be all right. It gets hard sometimes, but you just got to put in that extra little work. It's like going to the gym and you don't want to go to the gym and you're tired and you don't want to work out. But if you just know if you go to the gym, you're going to feel better afterwards. That's what it's like. I be trying to tell myself. Thank you, Thumpy Lumpy. I try to tell myself when school gets hard, I got to do it. I can't give up. I got to do it. Queen Sparky. And you have the power to regain all of that back. You have the power to not be influenced by others. You have the power to be successful in your life and your choices. So I'm proud of you for coming out of something, But just know that nobody should have power to change your perception or ways or whatever. And I think that it's common. A lot of people, right? We follow what our family and faith and beliefs are, and we just go with it, and we trust and we believe that this is what we're supposed to be doing. And then one day all of a sudden that gets tainted and you're like, this is all a joke, right? So with that being said, like, I guess I would highly recommend that you do some meditation and just find yourself, do some soul searching, figure out what are your beliefs, what are your traditions, and what is your faith? What do you believe in? What resonates with your soul? So that way, as you find yourself and figure out your faith, you'll learn to not be wavered by what other people are saying to you or what they're teaching you or what they're putting on you. You know what I'm saying? So just self-reflect on you and do some self-love work. And like I said, meditation is really life-changing. It's hard to sit down and do sometimes. A lot of people have busy schedules, including myself, but it's so beneficial to shifting you into a higher elevation, like a higher, not elevation, a higher, energetic plane. Okay, so we're going to start here, girl. I'm going to give you some advice, okay? So I want you to go on YouTube, Google, Alexa, whatever it is that you use, whatever music you use, and I want you to look for a guided meditation under 30 minutes, because I don't know about you, I get bored fast. Like, I have to move on from things. I think it's my ADD. But anyway, so keep it under 30 minutes. And I do recommend that. Hey, Unicorn Trucker, how you doing, boo? I do recommend a guided meditation, because if you're not used to doing meditation, it's good to have somebody talking you through it. So, and you can do that too if you want, because ultimately meditation, prayer, whatever, it's all the same. You're putting it out there. Like, first of all, I believe in Jesus Christ. Okay. So I'm not telling you to do anything outside of what you feel comfortable doing. Okay. The point is meditation or prayer, whatever the case may be, you're going to put energy into you. And what happens with meditation, okay? And I mean, if you want to use Christian prayers, all I'm saying is guided meditation really helps with figuring out what's going on in your life. It helps identify if there's a block in a certain chakra, or it helps identify just a place that you might need to work on for yourself. I don't know that a prayer, depending on how it's constructed and spoken, might be able to help you do that. I've never done it through like an actual prayer, but I tend to think that prayer and meditation is kind of similar in a sense. But regardless, I can understand where you're coming from, because I've been there myself. I was raised super, super Christian based religion, and I've totally wavered. Or not wavered, but kind of, I'm not gonna say I went against Christianity, but I've gone against what I was raised based on Christianity. So guided meditations, okay, do that. Do it for chakra work or healing. Do them both, but only do like one a week. I tell people, when you do meditations, you're shifting your energy, and that shift in energy fucks with your energy. So it's like when you're shifting, you can have mood swings, you can have temperament changes. So you want to be careful how many you do in like a week if it's something you're not used to. So I would recommend once a week if you're just starting, but chakra to identify some kind of thing. When you do a meditation to identify your chakras, then you'll be able to see a color of some sort. And then when you get that color in your meditation, then you go out and you do research on that chakra color to find out why you're blocked there. But basically, you just want to do some shadow work. You want to find out why you're like, what's your traumas, what's your because when you identify with yourself through shadow work, you start to fall into what is your tradition and what is your beliefs and what you feel. You start to feel what's yours and not what's other people that they have put on you. Yeah, see, I think that's great, and I wouldn't discourage you from prayer, because that's absolutely like something I talk to God all the time. But I do think meditation is it's like a step-by-step breakthrough of getting you through a consciousness, an unconsciousness that you're not like really aware of. So that's why I think meditation, apart from prayer, will work in identifying specific things that you're looking for. So anyways, healing meditations, chakra meditations, because those will help you identify the blockages that are keeping you from your next stage of peace and abundance and, just abundance, like what's meant for you, the power that's meant for you, the gifts that are meant for you, the abundance that's meant for you, like whatever jobs or friendships or, that are meant for you will start to come to you, and epiphanies will happen when you do these meditations and you shift yourself. Hey, Gussie, you start to have like these epiphanies and you're like, oh, this is what I feel like. This is what I want. This is what resonates with me. So it's just kind of like the stepping stone to creating that change within yourself where you're like, okay, this is what I want. This is what I need. This is what feels right to me. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times most times people are just raised with these traditions and beliefs that their families instilled in them. And we just go along for the ride like, okay, my mama taught me this. And I'm not saying mamas are wrong. And, I'm one too, and I made a lot of mistakes. And we try to instill in our children the best that we know, right? But my point being is that sometimes our parents, like us, we're only doing the best that they had with what they had. So sometimes it's your duty to yourself to extend that after in adulthood, right? Like to say, okay, this is what my family taught me and the traditions they gave me, but I just held their hand and followed along. What of this is mine? What of this do I want to own? What of this as an adult do I claim as really this thing that I said this is me? Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, my parents raised me as a Jehovah's Witness, but I didn't have a choice to choose if I wanted to be a Jehovah's Witness. And as I grew up and learned about religion and learned about all the different things out there, I had to really say to myself, and this was hard. This was a battle for 32 years. Like, I didn't leave this religion until I was 32. I'm 42 this year. I'll be turning 42. So only 10 years ago did I walk away from this religion. So what I'm saying is, and I'm not telling you have to walk away from any kind of faith or religion. This is just what happened in my journey. But I had to understand, is this Jehovah's Witness faith what I believe? And if it's not, why? And if it is, why? And I had to really understand, what is me? What do I believe? Because this is just what my parents raised me to think. And so I had to break away from those constructs, those societal constructs. I had to break away from those boxes that my family had put me in unintentionally. I don't blame them. They did the best that they could. My mother did the best that she could. I'm not mad at her for that. I think my exposure to religion really helped me a lot in my transition spiritually. And that's kind of where I'm at now, Queen Sparky. Like, I have a relationship with God and I talk to God independently. I don't do religion or church. I don't put a title on myself that way, just because I feel like ultimately religion is made by man and God is the ultimate religion. And I don't know what that looks like necessarily, because man has twisted it so much. But I do know that I have conversations with God. I do feel heard, and I do feel like he talks back to me. So, and I try to teach people what that looks like, because a lot of times God talking back to us is us talking to ourselves. A lot of times when we have conversations with God, it sounds like us in the mirror talking to myself. You feel me? I love that. I think that's the way it's supposed to be. I think that's the way it's supposed to be, though. You do the same thing, Sonia. I feel it. Religion's tough, because when you're raised in a religion and your parents instill that, you don't know any other way. So you're just like, yep. And I always had to think to myself growing up, this is how my mind process was growing up, because I rejected religion my whole life unconsciously. Like, regardless of what my family was instilling in me, my soul wanted to reject it. And at a very young age, I always asked really pressing questions about religion. And I used to say, like, why and why and why, right? So I lost my thought because this person kind of threw me off by tagging Queen Sparky. But okay, she's like, I'm not sure why I tagged you. Okay, I do see your guys' questions. I'm kind of like already talking to one person. So as soon as I wrap it up, I'll go to the next person. But I think that title free is where it should be. I just don't feel like there should be a label on religion or a title on religion, because it's a personal relationship with God. And I do feel that when we talk to ourselves in the mirror or in the car, I do feel sometimes, not every time, but sometimes those are the conversations with God. Okay, so really quick, let me go. I don't want to skip over Chantilly Lace, but I feel like that's going to be... Kristen, really quick, will court go in mine and Keith's favor today? Will court go in Keith's and Kristen's favor today? I'm hearing a yes. It's stressful. It's not an easy yes, but a yes. Let's go to Chantilly. What was your question, Chantilly? No, Ellie Mae, I don't. Or do I? I do not. I do not. What's up? Chantilly Lace, what was your question, boo? Oh, yeah, girl. That's what you're trying to do? Oh, what a blessing. Oh, my God. Stop it. It just makes me want to cry looking at that title, Ellie Mae. Why do I feel like so drawn to that title? Am I on the right path with work? Chantilly wants to know. Is Chantilly... I feel like it's a yes and no question. It's a yes question because it's going to open doors for you that will open other doors for you in 3 stages. I see 3 stages. There's going to be a door. You're working there now. There's going to be a door that opens for the next opportunity. That's going to open a door for the next opportunity. So are you on the right track career-wise? I don't necessarily feel like you're in the place you're going to end up being in the end. However, I do feel that you're where you need to be to have those next doors open for you. So not where you need to be career-wise, but where you need to be exposed to the opportunity to get that career going. Does that make sense? So love and light to you. Oh, JJ. Oh, man, that's a heavy one. Will I ever see my grandson again? JJ wants to know, Spirit, if he will see his grandson again. Oh, is he like little guy? Like 2 or 3 or something? Is he kind of little petite guy, little wrists, little arms? He's a little guy. I see a little guy, right? Welcome from Florida. Okay, 5. Like, but a small 5-year-old, like, he seems little guy. Like, you know, some babies is just a little guys. Okay, you guys have a really good bond, too. I feel like he just adores you. You've spent time with him before, right? It's not like he was never there. You've had time with him before. Yeah, you guys have a really... I get it. I'm getting emotional. You guys have, like, a really tight bond. Sorry. This happens sometimes. It's gonna be okay. Hold on. Let me feel this. Is his mom angry? Hey, Anthony. Is his mom angry? Oh, man, that sucks. I say yes. Give it some time. Pull back a bit. I'm feeling that do something like, unfortunately, right, when kids are involved, they don't know why these things are happening. So it kind of sucks for this little guy because he's a kid and he doesn't get it. But overall, I think that it will go in your favor. You will see your grandson again. I don't feel like necessarily as soon as you would like, obviously, but I don't think it's going to be years and years and years either. What I am feeling is that give it some time, back off, don't try to call, don't try. And I know that's going to be hard. I feel like that's going to be really hard to just cease communication. But I feel that if you cease communication and pull back and kind of like pick up, I don't want to say pick up a hobby, but I don't, what I'm hearing, a treasure box. Make your grandson a treasure box and just focus your energy on the excitement of him opening this treasure box in front of you when that time comes. So put your energy into creating this little gift for him and just slowly put things in it every time you have an opportunity. And then when that opportunity comes for you to see your grandson again, you can present him with this little box and have a conversation about how much you missed him and, all the things that you thought about putting in this box during the time that you missed him. Like, create a little tradition around this experience to make it a positive and not a negative, okay? And then what happens is, after that, I feel that as you put that negative feelings that you have into this little project for him, that will kind of work in your favor as creating. You have been doing that for the last, wow. So I was being shown and I was assuming that you needed to do that, but maybe I was being shown because you are doing that. But I'm hearing that you need to put that energy into that and be patient and don't stress about it, and know that what will happen is she will end up having some kind of epiphany and realization and knowing that this isn't the right thing to do. So give it some time. I do think it will go in your favor. I apologize that all of this is happening, and I can feel the sucky uckiness of this energy, but just continue to do that. The spirit is validating that that's what needs to be done. You don't want to have so much negative energy around the situation, which I know is hard. But the thing is when you have negative feelings around something negative, you're going to create more negative with it. So if you want a positive outcome with your grandson, try really hard to just focus on how excited he's going to be when he gets that box, how excited he's going to be when he sees the different things that you put into it, and put your love and energy into that thing so that when you share it with him, you guys can really kind of open Pandora's box in a sense. Not Pandora's box, but you're opening a treasure of you guys' energy and love, and you know what I'm saying? Just creating something that's to look forward to in this ugly. I know. I feel you. I'm so sorry, JJ. Like, you see me tear up. My feelings was there with you, okay? So, but Spirit is telling me just to hang in there, continue to being vigilant in your patience, and just put that negative energy into something constructive so that you can create more of a positive outcome, okay? Love and light to you, JJ. Oh, my goodness. Okay, let's go back over to some of these. You're so welcome. Hey, Davinia. All right, I did want to come to Green Eyes or Green is 78. I don't know. Because you were asking a question back then too, and I see you gifting, and I just want to say you don't have to gift me to get a reading. It doesn't make it go any faster, but I do appreciate the gifts very much. So anybody who is gifting, thank you. And I just try to pick the questions that I'm drawn to, you guys, honestly. So Green Eyes wants to know why her faith is being tested, and I'm just going to say there's a leak in your protection, like your energy, right? So like, one, there's a couple things going on here. One, you might be getting a little bit slacking on your protection, right? You might not be putting enough effort or energy into your protection on a daily basis, which I have been guilty of that, as I put this protection around my home and my children and all this stuff, and then on a day-to-day basis, I don't do the same thing every single day. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back, Max. So it's like, be aware that this is something every day, okay? Like, you have to be present with it every day. I protect my home, my family, my car, my place of, where I'm going to, all of that. You got to be conscious with that. Second of all, the devil, the dark, everything evil is working overtime right now. Okay, there is a war, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard it, don't understand it, whatever the case may be. But there is a war. The dark is amongst us, has always been amongst us, but it's alive and working right now, trying to get people, including myself, who is pretty conscious about my protection and stuff like that. They will probe, which means they will try to get in where there's leaks and attack or watch. You can feel watched sometimes, and then the next day all of a sudden you have some kind of an attack. So what I would say is be very conscious of your vulnerabilities. What I want to know is, are you depressed lately? Are you angry at situation lately? Are you low vibrating in any way, shape, or form lately? Those low vibrations, those vulnerabilities, those moments of weakness that you take yourself to, those are the places that these dark entities will come in and snatch your soul, girl. They will come in and say, oh, she's got depression. Great. Let me come over here and keep her warm and cozy. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, you have a full-fledged attachment that's keeping you in a very low vibrational place until you just do some crazy shit, okay? And that's just kind of how it works. So watch your vibrations. Watch your vibrations. If I were you, I'd start with high frequency music when you go to work or wherever you're going, or maybe if you're cleaning your house, throw on some music with the go type high frequency music for positive vibrations, for, enhancing my positive vibrations or whatever. Maybe you can go and do meditations, or listen to high frequency music for that, and it'll help vibrate you higher so you can get more of that kind of energy. Okay, so start there, and just remember that depression is the moment, the link, the little loophole in your protection that is allowing the dark to attack you. So you have to remember your power and be strong. You have to remember to not let those things in. You're allowing it in with some of those vulnerabilities. So just pull it in tight, girl. Remember who you are, and snatch up those holes that they're trying to get in through. Love and light. Mom passed cancer, dad may have cancer, spouse infidelity. Ugh, all in 1 week. Oh shit. Yeah. You were already depressed before that. Something triggered something in you to be depressed before all these events. The devil did come in and say, oh, look at her, she's already down and out, well, let's take her out, and threw all this shit at you. And that's how it goes. And it's not just your vulnerabilities either, but a big thank you, Mac2. A big thing that I've been trying to teach people lately is that karma is a motherfucker. And we don't realize it. And I have to say this very gently because I don't want to offend anybody. But karma is real. And karma comes, karma sounds more brutal than what it is, but it's a lesson. Ultimately, it's a lesson. We have to go through lessons independently, and others have to go through lessons independently, okay? And so when we do things with bad intention, whatever that intention is, you guys, when you do something with bad intention. I'm talking about littering. And I'm telling you this because I want people to understand what this looks like. You might not hurt people, but you may have littered. You may have cussed somebody out in traffic because they cut you off. You may have, intention and karma does not always look like what you dish out. When you were 13 years old and you told that girl she was ugly and didn't nobody want her and she was never going to get married, and then you laughed with your friends and turned around the corner, guess what? That shit will bite you in the ass 10, 15 years later. It will, because your intention was wrong. So you might be okay to people now, but was you good to people back then? You know what I'm saying? And littering, same thing. We're here to heal the earth. Period. Bad when you was a youth. We all were, okay? We all were. We're not going to sit here and act like, oh, you were so bad and I wasn't, okay? I was too. But my point being is that we dabble in shit and we do stupid crap when we're teenagers, and we cast out words and say things to people that hurt people. And what we don't understand is these things do come back on us. They do. And they don't come back on us the way we necessarily put it out. So you might be over here thinking, oh, this got to be karma for something, but I never did something like this. I would have never did nothing like this. So why is this my karma? Okay, because it doesn't matter how you did it. It doesn't matter. The point is you need to learn a lesson, and there might be a lesson somewhere in that situation that goes right along with what you did. So point being is that sometimes, okay, the heaviness of life and all the misfortune and unlucky crap that happens to us time and time again, is us finishing cycles of bad karma. That's closing karmic cycles. You're having this last little bit of bad karma because you're finishing out karmic cycles and you're learning your lessons, and now you're ending that. And so it seems like so much gross, bad, unlucky ugliness, but in reality, you're finishing out some karmic cycles. So just know in this moment to be strong and be of your faith, and don't allow the devil to get into those vulnerable places because you're feeling low. And just remember that from here on out, keep your intention pure, all of it. Don't litter. We're healing the earth here, people. Our earth is dying. Our earth is dying, and it's our duty as humans to protect it, and we don't. We have a whole plastic island floating in the ocean, you guys. You can walk on that motherfucker. It's a walking, an island you can walk on top of, floating in the damn ocean made of plastic. Okay, we do not take care of our earth. This earth will diminish. We will have nothing left. We have global warming happening because of pollution. Okay, so the point being, the point being is that we have to have good intention with all that we do, whether we help a homeless person, whether we throw our trash in the trash and recycle, whatever that looks like. Whatever that looks like. If your actions aren't healing and helping something else, reconsider what you're doing. Reconsider. So what I'm saying is, with what's going on with you, Green Eyes, is yes, you have some vulnerabilities and the devil is active, but you can take control and remember where you're at is the end of a chapter, and what you're stepping into is the beginning of a new chapter. So gain your confidence. Know that it's not easy to go into from one chapter to the next. You're just transitioning, and just remember your power. Remember who you are, and don't allow these moments, these vulnerable things, to break you down. You are a survivor. You are here for a reason. You have made it this far for a reason. You're not meant to give up yet. Okay? So love and light to you, girl. It's, if we don't say the things that people don't want to hear, then they're never going to learn what it is. You know what I mean? Like, people don't have to hear what I say. People don't have to take what I say. You don't have to listen to me. By all means, you don't have to. I don't say what I say and on a megaphone and make you guys try to listen. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you to discover who you are and take what you want from whoever you take it from. Okay? But I'm never going to stray you outside of what I would do. I would never tell you to do something I wouldn't do. I would never teach somebody a lesson that I haven't gone through myself. Okay? So I want constructive criticism. I want somebody to tell me how it is. If you sugarcoat some shit, how can I work through that? I don't know how to fix something if you ain't telling me it's broke. I don't know how to work through something when you ain't really coming out and saying what it is. So let me be my best version of myself. Let me be great by allowing me the truth. Give me the truth. Tell me what I need to know, because I'm tired of the lies. We done been raised on lies for years and years and years. I want the truth now. So yes, only the strong can hold it. Love and light to you. Ooh, Davinia. Nora. Okay, let me get to Nora really quick. Is Nora still here? You're so welcome, girl. You're so welcome. All right, so Nora said, can you tell me how court will go for Trey on Monday? That's my son's name, by the way. Nora wants to know how court is going to go for Trey. I don't see a really great outcome. What's going on? Like, what did he do? What happened? I feel like I'm not even going to lie. I saw handcuffs on him. So I don't know if I'm seeing, did he get arrested and now he's going to court, or if he's going to go to jail. But I'm not sure what happened. I'm just telling you what I saw. I saw his arms behind him with shackles being put on. So I feel like it's not going to be in your favor. I don't know what happened. He's a young guy, made a bad choice. I don't feel like it's going to be a long time. I feel like it's a valuable lesson. It's kind of like one of those situations where if he has to go, he's going to go for like 6 months or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm just keeping it 100. I don't feel like it's going to go in the favor that you want. I wish I could tell you otherwise. I'm sorry, love and light. All right. Davinia asked about her mother. Are you still here, Davinia? I got you, Iris. Give me 1 second. Davinia, are you still here, boo? Okay, so you wanted to know if your mother was there when you emptied the ashes into the river, right? So I feel like she was there. She was actually to the left of you guys. So wherever you were, I'm getting goosebumps. So wherever you were on the side of this river, it's like she was to the left. And I feel like what it looked like was a bright, shiny light. Like, I don't know if the sun was coming up on the left and it was the sunrise, or if the sun was setting and so it was brighter on that side, but there was a bright light to the left of you guys at the time that you decided to do this. Whether it's, like I said, the sunrise or the sunset, to the left of you, regardless, there was light coming from the left on the moment that you did this, or around the time that you did this. So overall, though, I feel that as you put her ashes into the river, this person that was there, your mother that was there to the left of you, shifted out into the center of the river. So I would think that the ashes kind of moved out into the water more. Would that be right? Like, you dumped them and then the water current kind of carried it out into the center of the river. Would that sound right? So what I'm seeing is that she was to the left of you and she kind of floated out to the center of that river with the ashes when they went. So I have goosebumps. I don't know if you guys saw anything, but I feel like you would have seen like a mist above that location, and you might not have realized it. I don't know. It seems like for a very split second, like a moment, there was a mist above the water around where you dropped those ashes and where they started to go away. So I feel like, yes, she was there. She watched, she appreciated. It was, okay. So I feel like, and see, clouds are mist, okay? Clouds are condensation, right? Clouds are moisture in the sky. So maybe that's what I'm being shown, but nonetheless, I feel like a mist or some kind of above the location of where you drop these ashes, where she kind of, what I feel like happened is where she kind of met with her ashes and went off into the land, into the earth, okay, is how it feels to me. So yes, she was there. Yes, that it was a very appreciative, beautiful moment. It made her emotional. I have tons of goosebumps, girl. Like, I don't know if y'all can see this, but this thing is flaring me up. Like, this energy is super powerful. So there's a lot of validation around what you guys did for her and the love and appreciation for that. So love and light to you, Davinia. That was a beautiful gesture. You see me like watering up, Davinia? You're welcome, boo. Hello, Lisa Hunt. Ooh, I just gleeked on myself. Y'all ever do that? Okay, let's see who else we got in here that I want to go back over. Iris says, I'm feeling emotional and fragile. I'm missing my deceased guy husband. Does he know? Okay. You put in parentheses guy husband. Can I ask why that's in parentheses? Was that his name, or do you have more than one partner? I feel like maybe you have a female partner as well, but the guy died. But I could be totally wrong. Maybe you just named him guy husband. I don't know. So I just want some clarification on that part before I move forward. Hello, are you there? Is anybody there? Ooh, Jessica, I'll get you next, girl. Hang tight. Okay, I'm not getting a response. Iris, Iris, are you there, girl? Iris, going once. Iris, going twice. Did I make sure Iris was even here before I started? Iris. Please make sure you guys tap the screen and share the live too. When I do free readings, it just gets other people in here to get free readings as well. Okay, Iris, I'm going to let Iris go because it looks like Iris is gone. She's not responding anymore, so we're going to move on to the next. So Iris, the next question I was drawn to was Lisa Hunt. Okay, I got you next, Keeper. So yesterday was my dad's birthday, and Sunday... Okay, hold on, Lisa. Let me come back to Iris, because she right here. I'm sorry. He was gay, but we had a super deep connection. So you lost him recently, and you're having a really hard time. Okay, let me just... So this person was very light, right? Very energetic, very happy. Maybe like the word I'm getting is flamboyant, very, like you can't be in a bad mood around this person. And not that this person wasn't low vibrating at times, but they made sure other people weren't low vibrating around them, right? Like this person was very considerate of other people's energy and trying to uplift. And maybe because internally he suffered so much himself. So he would like try so hard to have other people not go through what he went through. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel that he was kind of a healer in a sense, right? Because he wanted to protect and heal other people. They shouldn't have to go through what he went through or whatever. Like he was really, considerate, you know, of like other people that way. So what I'm feeling is that he's like, oh, sweetie. I don't know how he talked, but this is like what I hear. I hear like, oh, sweetie, don't do this to yourself. You know, like you are here able to live life, and they don't want to see us miserable, depressed, and sad. They want to see us celebrating, happy, and excited. Yes, we have grief and we get sad when we lose people, and they kind of are like, okay, well, I didn't know I was so loved. Wow. All right. But once they process, you know, once they process where they're at and where they're going to be and that they're gone and it is what it is and they're at peace with that, the last thing they want is to look down from where they're at and say, oh, she's miserable. I mean, they don't want you to be miserable. And maybe it feels good for a little bit to say, oh, they really loved me and missed me, but they don't want you to be miserable. And the purpose of this experience here on earth is to live your best life. So they want you to live your best life. So here's what I recommend to help get you out of this low vibrating place of grief, because I know it's rough. And I'm not telling you that your grief has to look a certain kind of way. But what I will say, create a tradition around your friend. Create a tradition, a celebration, not something that other people do, something that's intimate for you and him. Do a celebration or a tradition, something that you can put your energy into that makes you excited and happy about this person, okay? Bring them back into your life and make them alive and vibrant in your life and remember them in that capacity and create that tradition, whatever. Maybe you want to make an art piece. Maybe you're an artist and you create this art piece and then a celebration around this art piece. I don't know. But what I'm saying is create something in his honor and use that grief to grow that love and to express that energy that he was and share that with the world, because that's what he wants you. He's like, sweetie, oh no, baby girl, like, no, baby girl, we ain't gonna do this. Okay, well then go make him a painting. Okay, girl, go paint him a big old canvas painting. And then maybe you need to open an art thing and say, this is in honor of my friend. And I hope it makes you feel the way he made me feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, do something positive with that energy, because your loved one does not want to see you hurting, boo. He doesn't want to see you like this. And so he wants to see you excited, and talk to him. Be like, look at this. I just painted this for you. Oh my God. You know, like, talk to him like he's there. Because I feel like that's what he wants. He wants you to treat him like he's still there, because he is. And he's still supporting you, right? He's still around. And so I just really think that he wants you to exhume this energy, to create this energy that he was for your life, and to present it as much as you can in your world. Okay. So love and light to you. You're going to be all right, girl. And he was a great energy. So I just feel like he has that energy around you, trying so hard to keep you high vibrating. So take that energy that he's trying to give you and just make something with it, you know? Make something with it, girl. Love and light. Thank you so much for the gifts. All right. Okay, I told Kimberly I was going to get her next, and she said, can you give me like a love card direction? I should be anything, girl. Okay, so I'm not doing cards. I'm just doing energy. So let me, thank you, Kitty Fairy. Yes, you can. I'll answer. Let me answer you next, Kitty Fairy, after this. I forgot who I was doing love on. Hold on, you guys. I'm sorry. Kimberly. Oops. Kimberly, are you still here? Kimberly. Oh, yeah, she sent roses. Okay. So Kimberly wants to know about love. What's happening in love with Kimberly, please? What is happening with love and Kimberly? So Kimberly, you had a really rough relationship before. I feel like you have some experience with dating, but not a lot. It's like maybe just, I feel like almost just like a handful of people you've dated in your lifetime. And I feel like one of those people that you committed to for a long time really did you in. It's almost like just some real toxic stuff that has you maybe worried about having that again. You know, it's like you just don't want to go into another situation where this is happening, right? So I feel like, oh, I was supposed to do Lisa Hunt too. I'm sorry, Lisa. Oh my God, Lisa. Oh, I forgot. I'm so sorry, boo. I'm so sorry. Love and light to you, girl. I hope we catch each other next time too. I'm so sorry, Lisa. You guys got to be on me. I'm sorry. I forgot. I'll be trying. I really do. Okay. Yes, Jessica, I said I was going to come back to you too. See, I just got to go off the ones that I can, that I'm drawn to. Okay, so Jessica said, can you get to me for love? But I wasn't doing Jessica, right? I was doing, Lord have mercy, I'm getting overwhelmed. I gotta just do one reading at a time or I get, okay, Kimberly Keeper. So we're just looking at Kimberly Keeper. You have a dynamic with somebody, or had a dynamic with somebody that was hurting you, correct? Is she still in here? Did I lose her? Thank you for the roses, you guys. Okay, so yes, you're still here, or yes, you had a relationship in the past that was hurtful. Thank you, Betty Boop. Okay, both. Great. Well, not great, but great, because that means I'm tapped in, okay? So just for anybody out there really quick, I like to drop beautybug.net, my homegirl selling all mink lashes. So if you like them, go ahead and check them out, beautybug.net. Okay, we moving on. So I feel like, because what I'm hearing with you is that you need to do a little bit of work for yourself. You're asking about love, and I do see that love is going to come your way, but I think that you need to do some work on yourself and heal some of those hurts so that you don't go in and make bad choices with the next person. We have a tendency to have broken pickers when we don't heal things from the last person. So you don't want to go into a relationship, right? You're asking about a soulmate. You're asking about a deep connection. You want something more than what you've had already. So overall, I feel like, yeah, you can achieve that and it will come. And I do feel like it's going to come in the next 12 months. However, it is crucial for you to do some self-love work on yourself before this will manifest. So if you want it to manifest in the next 12 months, it's important that you do this work on yourself to evolve where you need to be to get that kind of connection. Okay, does that make sense? Because if you don't work on yourself, you're going to keep finding people that are like the old people hurting you. Okay, and if you want new people that don't hurt you, you got to be a new person. Okay, and in order to be a new person, you got to heal the shit that has tainted you from the past. Okay, so I don't know how long you've been in here, but if you heard me say something to somebody else before, maybe do some self-love meditation like healing or chakra work, so you can identify where in your body you need some healing or you have some blockages. That will help you vibrate higher, do the frequency music as well, and get you to a place where you can make better choices and decisions around your love life. Okay, because love is going to come and that deeper connection will be there, but we have to put in that work to get that deeper connection, and we have to learn to love ourselves, because in order to receive that deeper connection, if you don't know how you're supposed to be loved, how can that person love you? So you have to learn that in this 12 months. You're welcome. Love and light. All right, let me go back because I know I'm missing some people and I don't want to, I apologize. I'm trying so hard to keep track of everybody, but it's so hard. So Jessica was the other one that I was going to go to. Can you see if my husband is going to stop his drug addiction and do for his family? No, because you guys enable him and you're codependent on him. So he needs to be cut off, and I'm not feeling like you guys have cut him off. I feel like you guys are still trying to maintain this family life, and that you're trying to you're trying to be the glue to hold the family together, and the kids are exposed and everything's like you gotta cut this person off. I was married to an addict for 12 years. My kids were exposed to so much, and it was the hardest thing in the world to see a man that I loved, that I knew was a good person, destroy himself in front of me and his children. And the whole time I tried to do everything to support him, but he had to want to help himself, and he wouldn't help himself. To this day has not helped himself, because everybody in his family and myself at that time enabled him to be this addict. So it's important that if an addict is going to stop being an addict, the people around him that enable him and love him unconditionally need to pull back and stop. And it's scary and it's hard, and a lot of people can't do it. But sometimes it's all the difference between life and death for these people. If you cut them off from their lifeline, a lot of times they look for life. Okay, so it's important to understand what that's going to look like in your dynamic. And what I would suggest to you is to maybe get some help from Al-Anon. Al-Anon is for spouses and family members of addicts. I don't know if you're familiar with that program, but they will help build you up. Hey, Lady B, and get you support while you go through this. Okay, so check out Al-Anon if you can in your local community. Alnon, I believe is how it's spelled. It's been a while, so if anybody else knows for sure, please correct me. But people in heavy addiction have to want to help themselves. So you have to make a decision. If this man is not helping himself, then you need to save your family from that stress. Okay. So love and light to you. And I really, that's a tough situation. I've lived that situation. So I know how hard it is as a mother and a wife to have to make a decision around that. And I'm sorry. I'm just sorry that you have to go through that. That's really rough. Thank you so much, Muser. Okay, let me go back over because I know I had somebody else that I wanted to not forget. Please don't spam or you won't get read. In fact, you'll get blocked. No spamming. Good morning, Elena. I'm sorry I didn't see you. Oops. I think Betty Boop. Did Betty Boop want a reading? There was another question. I think Betty Boop was the other one. Was it Betty Boop? Is Betty Boop in here with a question? Okay, Kitty Fairy. Thank you, Muser. Kitty Fairy, what was your question? Good morning, Angela. Well, welcome. Thank you for coming in. Good morning, Crimson. Yes, thank you, Muser. So, Kitty Cat Fairy, what was your question again? Okay, Marianne, will I have kids with Cameron in the future? Yes. Yes. You guys are already together, right? This isn't like I have a crush on him and I want to know if we're going to have kids in the future. This is we're actually together and I want to know if we're going to have kids in the future, right? Hey, Demonic, how you doing, fam? I love you. See, I forgot what I was asking already. Yes. Okay, so you guys are, I forgot. Okay, you are dating and you just want to know if you're going to have kids. I hear yes, but I feel like it's not time. So I think like another year or so, like a year and 2 months, like a year and 2 months. Not a whole year and a half, but like a year and 2 months. So I do feel like it will happen, but I feel like you guys have some things to do together. I feel like it's just not time. I feel like you need to enjoy each other. I feel like you need a date. I feel like you have to have some time under your belt where you're really comfortable with each other and you've evolved with each other. And I don't know that you've really done that for so long. Like, I'm not sure how long your relationship is, but it feels like there's still something that has to happen between you guys. So I don't know if there's conflict that you guys are working through, or if you're a new couple that are just learning each other. But nonetheless, I feel like that has to evolve and grow before the baby comes. So give it about a year and 2 months. Focus on your relationship and evolving it, and everything will go well. Okay? Love and light to you. Okay, so really quick, you guys, I'm just going to do a little collective reading for anybody asking about love, just because I don't want to be repetitive and saying the same thing over and over again. And I know a lot of people come in and ask about love. I try to answer questions that I can answer with more depth, but when it comes to love, this is literally the key, and I find it to be the answer with almost everybody. Okay, if you are taking the time to come in here and ask me, the psychic, if love is going to be, if love with so-and-so is going to be, and you're saying like, is this going to happen? Are we going to be this? Or even the people asking about pregnancy. If you are in conflict right now. So that needs to evolve and grow. And I feel it will, okay? It will evolve and grow. You guys are just kind of figuring it out. And that has to happen, okay? And then once you get back in this balance and flow, it will work out in your favor and you'll have a baby, okay? Okay, so overall in love, you guys, just period. If you're taking any energy out of your day to ask somebody about love, okay, then you need to look in yourself, because if you have a partner that's putting you in a position of doubt and question, that's not the partner for you. We're grown-ups here, and when we get into relationships, there's nothing to keep us from communicating. There's no reason why you can't tell me A, B, C, D, and there's no reason why I can't respond with E, F, G. There's no reason why we can't have a conversation. So if I feel, husband, honey, sweetie, like I'm neglected, or you're moving funny, or I don't know what this energy is between us, and I'm trying to communicate with you and you're not communicating with me, we have a problem, okay? And if I feel like I can't communicate with you, period, we have a problem. I should be able to express myself. So now it becomes an issue is, Michelle, how did you get into a relationship where you can't even communicate yourself? Why did you allow a relationship to go this far that you can't even communicate in? So my point being is that if you're in a position or situation in a relationship where you're in doubt, questioning, or wondering, or not happy, or not satisfied, that's a you problem. That's you needing to know your value and saying that I'm not tolerating this because I deserve to understand what's going on here. I deserve to have this conversation or this enlightenment on what's happening here. And if this person doesn't want to give it to me, then I don't have to be here. And then people don't want to do that. People don't want to stop and say, this is not happening. This is not working for me. And we hold on to those red flags, and we hold on to those things that don't serve us because we're afraid to lose somebody, or we're afraid to start over, or we're afraid to, be alone. And the thing is that what's meant for you isn't going to make you feel this way. There's a question right here saying, is my husband hiding something from me? Sweetie, if you're going to come in and ask the live psychic if your husband is hiding from something from you, I'm going to say yes, because your intuition has you in here already wondering. So he must be moving funny, and he must be doing things that have you questioning. So now, sweetie, ask yourself, why am I okay with this? Why am I okay with feeling this way? Why am I allowing myself to be here in this place feeling this way over this person? It's not okay. He should not be moving in a way that has you wondering what he's doing. So you need to ask yourself, why am I here? Why have I allowed this? And what am I going to do? And that's your self-love. That's how you reflect on what's next. Because that's not okay, you guys. When it comes to love, it is not okay to be in wonder. It is not okay to not know where your status is with somebody. It is not okay. It is not hard to communicate, I'm unhappy. It is not hard for somebody to say, you're not what I'm looking for. It's not hard for somebody. It's not. And we as people have to learn to be okay when they say that, because we have a tendency to hold on to our emotions and we grieve a relationship. And it's okay to grieve a relationship when we go through a breakup. But, sweetie, if that's not meant for you, guess what? The most beautiful thing that is meant for you is right around that corner, and you're leaving it there for something that's not meant for you. So instead of holding on to this grief and hurt around a relationship, when somebody says to you, because they're grown and they realize they don't want you like that, oh, well then you're not meant for me, because the person meant for me would know that I'm for them. And if you're not meant for me, then I want to get the hell out of here too, because I want what's going to appreciate and respect me, period. So I don't want you either. Shit, I'm going to go. Thank you for this experience. Thank you for the lesson. I learned a lot here, and I'm going to go because I want what's meant for me. I want what's meant for me. So let go of the grief. Let go of that. We tried and it didn't work. Okay, we tried and it didn't work. This was an experience you had to have. You had to have this lesson, apparently. So don't be angry that you had this experience and this lesson. Just pick up your bags, put your big girl panties on, and go. Because the man who's going to love you the way you deserve to be loved will not have you in a psychic's live asking, is Tommy coming home tomorrow? Does he love me? Is our relationship on the rock? Like, it's not, you won't be there with the person that's meant for you. Okay. So for anybody asking about love, for anybody who's curious about what is going to happen in a relationship, don't be. Because if you're in doubt, love yourself enough to know you don't deserve that. Love yourself enough to know it's not hard to communicate. And if you can't tell me what's going on in our relationship, I don't need to be here, because I deserve that. Okay? So love and light to all you guys asking love questions right now. I really hope that you embrace your power and remember who the heck you are. Okay? Because no man should have you waiting and wondering what your status is in his life. Because I guarantee if you were single, you would know the status and place that you have in your own life, right? Should I pay my own bills? I pay my own car payment. I bought my own car. Okay, I do everything independently. I know what I am. I'm confident with that. If you don't want that, if you ain't ready for that, then keep it pushing. Oh man, Ron, that's, hey baby, good morning, have a good day, I love you. It's rough. I've been divorced 3 times and it's rough. And I really had to look at my life and say, why do I keep choosing these people? So I'm not exempt from this. Like, I've lived this myself. So I know, okay, what it's like. And it is rough. It's rough, but we don't deserve this. Just like the woman with the addict. I was married to an addict for 12 years, trying to be the glue to keep the family together. And I probably would still be here trying to be that glue if I didn't leave. And that was too much. That was a drain on my fucking life. Like, I don't deserve that, nor did my kids, nor did our children. You know what I'm saying? So it sometimes you just gotta walk away, and it's okay. We don't have to be angry. We don't have to be mad. We don't even have to be like this gentleman who said he filed for divorce 2 weeks ago. I feel like that was a long-term relationship. I feel like y'all been married for a while and you had to make a decision, and it was rough, right? But the point being is, we only have so much life left to live on this earth, y'all. Tomorrow is not promised. And our experience here is limited. Are we going to waste it being unhappy and mundane in our life? Are we going to waste what we have left in the experiences that we set ourselves in? Is that all you want for yourself? You know, it's okay to say, I don't want this anymore and I feel like I need more. You know, it's okay to walk away and say, I accept that. And it sucks and it hurts, but I'm going to take it for what it is. And I'm going to know that on the other side of this chapter, something better is coming for me too. So thank you. It's so much easier said than done, right? Like we if only we could have our emotions in control to that level, which I do think we can evolve to those places with self-love work. I find myself, even though I'm still very emotionally attached to situations and I get worked up, I do find myself way more calmer with things and outcomes than I was 20 years ago. Well, that's good, Ron. Love and light to you. I hope everything pans out the way you wanted it to or hope for it. Just keep putting that energy and your intention out there. And, you know, as long as your intention is pure, everything will be in your favor. Sonia said, will I ever leave New York? You got to put your mind to it, girl. You got to put your, it's like me. I want to leave California, but I don't do anything to make that happen. I mean, I'm not going to say I don't do anything. I do have my own business. I am going to school and I am trying to enhance my life. However, and in that process of enhancing my life, there is potential for me to maybe leave. I would love to, but I'm not actually putting anything in motion or trying to look for a place or trying to research places. I'm not doing anything like that. But I feel like once you become proactive with that search and what you want, you'll leave New York. I feel like you just have to want it enough and manifest it for yourself. Boss lady, ooh, will my next business be successful? Girl, was the first one. Was the first one. You're welcome, Sonia. I just want to know if the first one, because you talking about will the next business be successful? Was the first one successful, boo? We just playing the waiting game. I'm waiting for the response from Boss Lady. Boss Lady, you still in the house, girl? A material girl. I think she must have left. She must have left out. Okay, Muser, did you have a question? You've been around for a while, too. I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember everybody. Did you have a question, too, Muser? Oh, she's still here. Okay, so she said, no, I didn't. You didn't have a business prior that was successful. So this just another, like you had a business, but it wasn't successful, or you didn't have another business? Is this your first business? Muser's like, you kind of answered my question. Okay. Okay, well, nonetheless, with Boss Lady, I do feel like it's going to be successful. I feel like I was shown something about your past. Like, I felt like, I felt like you're starting all over again. So this was like the original plan, and you kind of took time away from it, and now you're rebuilding it back, right? Because I feel that you have everything to make this successful. I feel you have the mental, the leadership, you have everything to make this what it should be. Okay, but don't be defeated. Did you get defeated before? Did you give up before? You tired, overwhelmed? Maybe you had a lot going on. I feel like some kind of relationship shit, maybe even like a divorce or a breakup, maybe some kind of family stuff going on. But there was a reason why you stopped putting energy into this, because you were tired and you felt defeated in the situation at the time. Is that right? Yeah. So You have everything to make this successful. You have the energy to put into this. You do. You cannot be defeated. You cannot be tired. And I'm not saying you cannot, right? Because you can. Life hits us and it's okay. First of all, something that I was taught as a business owner myself is sometimes you have to take a step back to make a bigger step forward and to be able to make it something, right? So please know that even before, when you started it and you had all this stuff going on, you had everything you had to make it successful. You had it all. You was ready, but you had some stuff. I feel like you don't have as much stuff. It's not as heavy. Therefore, you're not as tired and you have the momentum to do this. But stay on top of yourself because you saw what happened last time. So I'm told to remember that and make sure that when you feel a little bit depleted, take a break. Literally. Make it happen. Even if you got to go one day to the spa, girl, and just break. Like, no work, no thoughts, no stress. Just a battery's dying. I'm sorry, my battery's dying. I'm gonna have to get off of here soon. It says I'm slow in the yellow. But anyways, I have to get off soon because my battery's dying. I can't charge it from where I'm sitting. But I will finish this up to say that when you start to feel a little bit depleted or worn down and you're like, oh, my energy's being taken from me, take a break. Force yourself to take a break. Reset yourself and come back stronger the next day, okay? Don't try to overwork yourself and overload yourself with this project or this thing when you're feeling overwhelmed, because you're going to have to learn from your mistake before, right? Like, and not that it was a mistake, but you're learning from this lesson, this experience. So take that experience and say, oh, we don't want that to happen. So we're going to take this break and reset yourself, whatever that looks like for you, okay? I'm not sure if I will come back on live today. This is my school day. I have a very busy schedule for classes. However, I do have a break from a big chunk of time frame in between those classes. So I may come back today and do some readings this afternoon for you guys. If you want to make sure you give me a follow and get that notification so you guys can catch the live. But I like, again, I'll say that it's a school day for me. Tuesdays and Thursdays are really busy and I don't even work like my office hours I don't even have right now. So excuse me. So yeah, I don't know for sure, but give me a follow. Make sure you get those notifications if I do go live. Know if you're new here. I'm sorry, Slumped. Hey, boo. Thank you so much. Hey, Faith. If you see me live and I have the crystal balls up there, then I'm doing free reading. If there's no crystal balls, anything else, I'm just vibing with people. So just know the difference on that too when you see my lives, because I like to go on live and just hang out with people also and have conversations. But if I am doing the free readings, you will see crystal balls in the description of the live. Okay, so love and light to you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm sorry I couldn't get everybody. I really try to get as many people as I possibly can. You guys have a beautiful day as well. And yeah, just be amazing. Know that you got everything it takes in you to be whatever you need, okay? To create whatever you need to create. You have it. Don't doubt yourself. All right? Love you guys.